Assalamualaikum. We would like to present about Malaysia as the global pioneer and powerhouse in the Sukuk market. So let's start with introduction of Sukuk issuance. Sukuk market becoming one of the important segments in international markets since the global Islamic finance industry has grown rapidly over the world. So within this global development, Malaysia has been introduced as a global pioneer and powerhouse in Sukuk market and has developed an innovative Sukuk ecosystem due to strong regulatory support with a government involvement.
Today, Malaysia has emerged as a premier Sukuk platform in the international arena. It began its journey in the scope of conventional corporate Sukuk issuance in the 1990s and matured into a highly advanced and deep Sukuk marketplace. The regulatory setting, government activities, and innovative initiatives in the financial arena have resulted in Malaysia being a leader in the Islamic finance industry in the global context.
Again, I will reconstruct the regulatory and governmental engine behind Malaysia's Sukuk market by analysing the distinct yet complementary roles of Bank Negara Malaysia or BNM and the Securities Commission Malaysia or SC. Bank Negara Malaysia or BNM plays a stability anchoring role. Its primary mandate is financial system stability and monetary oversight with particular focus on Islamic banks and liquidity management. In contrast, the Securities Commission Malaysia or SC focuses on capital market development and investor protection with its mandate centered on Sukuk issuance, disclosure standards and overall market growth. In terms of Sharia governance, BNM provides Sharia rulings for Islamic financial institutions through the Sharia Advisory Council of BNM, ensuring compliance and reducing systemic and Sharia risk. Meanwhile, the SC, through the Sharia Advisory Council of the SC, standardized Sharia interpretation specifically for capital market products, which enhance the transparency and strengthens investor confidence. Regarding market infrastructure, BNM oversees sovereign Sukuk issuance such as Malaysia Government Investment Issues or MGII and manage Islamic money market instruments. This provides risk-free pricing benchmark and essential liquidity tools for Islamic banks. In contrast, the SC develops regulatory frameworks and platforms such as the Retail Sukuk Framework and BIX Malaysia, which broaden market participation and improve accessibility. In terms of innovation, BNM does not directly design Sukuk products. However, by maintaining stability and credible frameworks, it indirectly enables innovation by encouraging institutional participation. On the other hand, the SC plays a direct innovation role by actively promoting SRI and ESG Sukuk, as well as advancing initiatives such as tokenization to enhance market competitiveness and sustainability. From an investor orientation perspective, BNM prioritizes institutional confidence, liquidity management, and financial resilience, particularly for banks and Islamic financial institutions. In comparison, the SC prioritizes investor access, disclosure quality, and market depth, including participation by retail and international investors.
Beyond regulation, Malaysia's Sukuk market growth has been driven most significantly by the government's direct involvement as a sovereign Sukuk issuer rather than by private sector initiative. First, in terms of pricing benchmark, the regular issuance of Malaysian government investment issues and global sovereign Sukuk establish a risk-free yield curve for the market. Corporate Sukuk pricing relies on the sovereign benchmark, and without government issuance, private Sukuk cannot be efficiently priced. Based on the BIX Malaysia February 2025 report, the MGII yield curve lies below AAA corporate Sukuk across all maturities, with the spread reflecting credit risk premium and confirming that corporate Sukuk pricing is anchored to sovereign yield. Second, sovereign Sukuk enhance market confidence by signaling strong state backing, policy commitment and credit strength. Private issuers benefit from the confidence created by sovereign presence, showing that investors trust in anchored by government credibility rather than corporate issues. Third, in terms of product innovation, the government pioneered Sukuk structures such as Sukuk Wakala, Green Sukuk and SRI Sukuk private issues. Subsequently replicate this approved structure, demonstrating that innovation in the Sukuk market is led by government while the private sector plays an adaptive role. Finally, sovereign Sukuk plays a critical role in the market depth, large and continuous government issuance, trade liquidity and active secondary market trading. In contrast, corporate Sukuk volumes are smaller and less liquid. As of June 2025, government issuance remains the largest single contributor to Sukuk market depth in Malaysia, confirming that depth exists because of the scale and frequency of sovereign issuance.
This slide shows the evolution of Sukuk in Malaysia. Sukuk first began in 1990 with the first issue based on the principle of Baitul Ajil. In 2001, Sukuk entered the international market, starting with the issuance by the government of Bahrain. By 2003, Malaysia introduced standard guidelines for investment Sukuk to ensure Sharia compliance and consistency. In 2007, partnership-based Sukuk like Musyarakah and Mudarabah became less popular due to higher risk. Finally, in 2010, hybrid Sukuk emerged, combining different Sharia contracts for more efficient and flexible structures. Overall, this shows how Sukuk has evolved to become more structured and widely accepted. Let's move to the next slide, which is Sukuk. What Sukuk is? Sukuk stands for Sustainable and Responsible Investment Sukuk. It is a Sharia-compliant Islamic bond where the funds are used only for eligible Suri projects such as green, social, and sustainable activities. In Malaysia, Sukuk was introduced in 2014 by the Securities Commission, and in 2017, Malaysia issued the world's first green Sukuk. Sukuk aims to promote responsible and sustainable investing, and it targets investors who seek for Sharia-compliant and impact-based investments.
I would like to explain the Sharia compliance of innovative Sukuk, particularly Sukuk. First, a key principle Sukuk is the prohibition of riba or interest. Unlike conventional bonds, Sukuk do not generate return from interest. Instead, they use asset-based Sharia compliance structure where return are derived from real economic activities, allowing investors to have beneficial ownership in real asset or project rather than a creditor-debtor relationship. Second, from an Islamic perspective, Sukuk promote risk sharing instead of risk transfer. Investors share both return and risk, which promote fairness and mutual cooperation, while allowing Muslim investors to participate in the financial market without compromising with religious obligation. Next, Sukuk support Maqasid al-Sharia, which aims to protect faith, life, intellect, wealth, and society. Fundraisers are used only for halal, socially and environmentally beneficial projects such as renewable energy, education, healthcare, and sustainable infrastructure. Lastly, Sukuk avoid ghara or excessive uncertainty. Contractual terms are clear and monitored by the Sharia Advisory Council, ensuring transparency, accountability, and investor confidence. Next, innovative Sukuk help broaden the investor base by attracting both conventional and Islamic investors. For conventional investors, Sukuk offer competitive and predictable ESG-linked return compared to the conventional bond. They generally involve lower risks as they are often backed by government or high-quality sustainable projects aligned with Sri frameworks. In addition, Sukuk provide portfolio diversification as their risk-return profile is less correlated with traditional equities and conventional fixed income, making them an attractive ethical investment option. For Islamic investors, Wakalah-based Sukuk provide Sharia-compliant and sustainable financing that align with Maqasid al-Sharia, particularly ethical investment and risk sharing. These Sukuk fund socially and environmentally beneficial projects such as promoting social welfare and environmental protection. Strong Sharia governance and regulatory oversight by the Sharia Advisory Council ensure transparency, trust, and compliance with Islamic ethical values. Overall, this demonstrates how Sukuk can unite conventional and Islamic market through ethical investment practice and sustainable development goals.
This part focuses on future-proofing the Malaysian Sukuk market through enhancing global regulatory and Sharia harmonization to improve international acceptance in Sharia interpretation across various jurisdictions and actively engaging international stakeholders. Next is institutional collaboration, where Malaysia worked closely with international standard-setting bodies such as Islamic Financial Service Board or IFSB and AAO IFI. At the same time, structure dialogue among Sharia scholars from different countries are organized to encourage mutual understanding. Based on this discussion, Malaysia can then contribute to standard development by creating common Sharia benchmark for key Sukuk structures. This standard can be piloted through selected cross-border Sukuk issuance. As a result, this strategy leads to greater international acceptance of Malaysia Sukuk, position Malaysia as a global reference center for Sukuk standard, and strengthen its long-term competitiveness amid rising global competition.
I will proceed with leveraging fintech and blockchain in Sukuk issuance. This roadmap outlines how blockchain technology can be leveraged to modernize the Sukuk market in Malaysia. The strategic vision is to enhance efficiency, transparency, and trust in Sukuk issuance through the adoption of blockchain technology. In the testing phase, tokenized Sukuk can be introduced to enable faster and real-time tracking of ownership. At the same time, smart contracts can be utilized to automate profit distribution while ensuring full compliance with Sharia principles. Moving to the development stage, blockchain-based Sukuk platform can be developed to securely record asset ownership and transaction histories, reducing reliance on manual processes and intermediaries. Other global engagement, regulatory sandboxes can be supported to encourage Islam fintech innovation and facilitate collaboration with international market participants. Overall, these initiatives are expected to reduce issuing costs and processing time, attract tech-savvy and younger investors, and enhance transparency and investors' confidence in the Sukuk market.
Why Malaysia is global leader in Sukuk market? First, Malaysia has a well-established regulatory framework that provides legal certainty and boosts strong investor confidence. Second, centralized Sharia governance ensure consistent and credible Sharia compliance for all Sukuk issuance. In addition, active government support as a Sukuk issuer helps create benchmark pricing and improve market liquidity. Next, Malaysia also remains globally competitive through continuous financial innovation, including green and Sri Sukuk, which align with the sustainable development goals. Finally, Malaysia has a broad base of domestic and international investors and chance liquidity and support an active Sukuk market. Together, these factors position Malaysia as a trusted and influential hub for global Sukuk issuance.
Innovation is essential to the growth of the Sukuk market. First, it helps Malaysia maintain its global leadership by staying ahead of competing Sukuk markets. Second, innovation enables product diversification, especially through green, sustainability and ESG-linked Sukuk that meet changing financing needs. Third, innovative Sukuk support maqasid al-syariah by promoting social welfare, economic development and environmental sustainability. Overall, innovation strengthens market resilience by improving liquidity, enhancing the secondary market and attracting cross-border investors.